Hi, guys. Thank you for your patience and your grace as we transition to this new form of learning. I am still here and available for you if you have any questions. The story we started before we went to online learning was Strega Nona horror story, as told to Tommy DePaola. We read the first half of the book, but we didn't get a chance to finish it yet. Now, we know that good readers ask questions before, during, and after the reading. They make predictions. They check and see if their predictions are correct. They do lots of things, including rereading and reading lots of different types of books. So we're going to today reread the part of the story we've already read because it's been a little while. Later this week, we will continue to read the story together and practice some of our skills, as well as add some new skills that you can practice at home with your family. So this is Strega Nona whole story. And again, I'm going to reread the part that we already read. And I'm going to point out some things that we noticed the first time we read it. But feel free to point out some new stuff. It all began one night a long time ago in a little village in the hills of Calabria, in the country now known as Italy. Almost everyone was fast asleep. The weather was fierce that dark night. The wind blew and blew, a cold rain fell, and a baby was about to be born. "Oh, my poor wife, Giuseppe," the young husband said to Zia Rosa, who was there to help. "Every child of ours was brought into the world by Grandma Concetta. But with this terrible weather, how will she be able to come down from this little house on the hill?" Hours passed. The wind blew harder. More rain fell. Still the baby didn't come. "Where is that baby?" Giuseppe asked. Zia Rosa lit a candle. "Perhaps it is waiting," she answered. "For what?" Giuseppe asked. Now, this is a great chance for you to check in before we move on. Do you remember what the baby was waiting for? Or at least what they believed the baby was waiting for? Dig into your schema. "For me!" cried Grandma Concetta, bursting through the doorway on a gust of wind. "No grandchild of mine can be born without me." Taking off her cloak and rolling up her sleeves, she headed for the bedroom. "Follow me, Rosa. Now the baby will come." And sure enough, a baby girl was born in no time at all. "Ah," said Grandma Concetta, looking down at the new bambina, "and she shall be called Nona, and she will become a Strega." Now, something that you could teach your family. What does Strega mean? It means witch. That's right. And Nona means grandma. So, Grandma Witch. As soon as little Nona could walk, Grandma Concetta took her along when she gathered herbs and weeds for her lotions and potions. Grandma Concetta was a Strega, and all the villagers came to her for cures and advice on many things. "Ah, Nona Lena, here is Rosemary, very good for growing hair, especially on bald heads. Also excellent as furniture polish." So this was a moment when we stopped and compared Grandma Concetta with Nona, and old Strega Nona as we know her later. What do we know about Strega Nona that helps us make a comparison to Grandma? What does Strega do when she's older? And here is aglio salvatico, wild garlic, the only thing for an upset stomach. Come along, let's see what else we can find. And by the end of their walk, Grandma Conchetta's basket would be filled to overflowing. Now this was the point that Corey stopped and said, "Wait a minute, pasta pot was overflowing, the potions are overflowing sometimes, the basket's overflowing." What he did was make a connection. Good job. Now, we're going to stop here, and I want you in your journal paper, on your journal page, to write down any predictions you have for what might come, any connections that popped up into your head. You can use this chance to draw or write your words in full sentences. What do you need to put down to show me what thoughts you had while we reread this? Tomorrow, I will post the next part of the story, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.